Welcome to a special edition of the Fantasy Football by Committee podcast. Now, with this, we're doing no fantasy football, and we're actually bringing back the 90s. And now, along with me and John, we have special guests as my wife, Alison.
Boo.
Say hello.
Hi.
And our longtime friend, Lindsey.
Hey.
So,
What the hell? I get the booze right off the bat.
Actually, if you don't notice, Alison and John are brothers, so that's why he's being a little baby brother.
We're brother and sister.
Brother and sister. Look.
Just
Keep going. All right, we'll edit this one out.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that post.
Yeah. So anyway, we're doing no fantasy football this time around. We're doing this special 1990s TV family sitcom draft, which is something my friends and I would do when we used to drink beers. And we were bored. We
You're so cool, man.
We were bored hanging out around like a fire pit. What else are you gonna do?
Or someone's basement.
Or someone's
Why don't
basement.
you hang out the clock like normal crank?
That's where I used to hang out.
You know what? I don't like. You can't drink when you're hanging out the clock. And
If
we
you're
weren't
sneaky,
and we weren't 17 years old drinking Boone's Farm. So so anyway, we're doing a 1990s family sitcom draft where. In this draft, you have to basically it's like any normal draft where you have to create the best family possible, and this is by picking a father, a mother, a son, a daughter, a family member, a family friend, a home of one of the shows, and the theme song. You can pick them in any order, obviously, like a regular draft. And actually, you know what we need to do? Let's select the draft order while we're doing this really fast.
Skunk in the barnyard?
Sure, yeah, do that.
That takes way too long.
All right. Well, I'll do a draft order in a second. We picked 5 shows because we have 4 people here to make it harder. Because we could have did a shitload of shows and then it just would have been too much going
Why
on.
don't we just do 4 shows?
Because you need a chance, especially the fact that one of the shows doesn't have a mother.
A mother.
So
Spoiler alert.
really,
You're gonna find out.
they
in a
spoiled that in
second.
the first episode of the show.
It was a joke.
It was a terrible joke. Go back to not making jokes. So we picked Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Home Improvement, Full House, Family Matters, and Boy Meets World. Got a lot of reaction on Twitter of why we didn't pick Roseanne, Married with Children, or The Simpsons. I understand, too, Simpsons is going to be in a animated episode that we'll do, and I just decided against Roseanne and Married with Children, even though a lot of good choices there. But we're sticking to these 5, and we'll do the other one, like Growing Pains, Charles in Charge. We can do all sorts of stuff.
Can we not go back to the 80s?
He was a baby.
What? But no, Charles in Charge
Charles in Charge was in the
and
90s.
Family Matters was 80s to 90s, right?
Yeah.
Well, Family Matters was like iconic then.
Family Matters was iconic?
Yeah.
I know. I'm not saying anything wrong with Family Matters.
No, he's saying that Charles... He's implying that Charles in Charge is not as iconic as Family Matters, which I find offensive, frankly.
You're lucky Scott Baio's not here, okay? You're lucky Scott Baio.
He's going to be a guest at the next draft.
Yeah.
He dressed himself.
I'll take your place.
I'll kick him right in his face and show him who's
It only took 2 phone calls to get him.
He'll draft himself in the first round, obviously.
No, he wouldn't even draft himself. He'd probably draft Buddy.
no idea.
He's so lost. He's so lost.
If you don't know, John was actually born in, 89? Right? So he has, no idea what's going on. Thankfully, he at least knows these 90s shows. So, next time we'll do, a Barney and Power Rangers draft. And
Oh my
you'll
god,
be
if we're
alright.
doing Power Rangers, White Ranger, first pick overall.
Oh, that's racist.
You say racist?
That's racist?
You're saying...
That's racist.
Alright, already we're doing well.
Totally off the rail and haven't even started.
So let's
yet.
do a draft order.
Yeah, just do.
Yeah.
I don't even do podcasts. I'm getting us back on
So
track.
how do we want to do a draft order? You want to do something? We got to do something really quick.
Pick a number 1 to 10.
Everyone picks 10. You know what? Let's just do. How about we just do this? We'll help John out. We'll do age order.
Age order.
So it goes John first, Alison second, Lindsey third. Oh, so it's perfect. Actually, we'll just do it in right in order. That's perfect. So I'll go.
It's good for the listeners who can see us
So I'll go
sitting in a row.
last. I do not care what they can see. I do not care what they can see.
This isn't being simulcast?
Not that I
You
was
don't see the video cameras that I got up?
No.
So anyway,
Okay.
yeah. So we'll do age order: John, Alison, Lindsey, Anthony,
Okay.
and so yeah, like I said.
I'm nervous. I want to get all my people.
So remember, you can pick anyone you want. It's all about strategy, making the best family. Not only the best family, but I would like the most you want not the best, like the best, but the best. What would make the best show as well? You know, like you don't just want to pick a bunch of. I'm not gonna say names. So let's I don't know. Let's start, John. You are on the clock with the first pick in the overall 1990s family TV draft.
All right. Let's see. First pick out of West Philadelphia, the Fresh Prince, Will Smith.
Of course,
he had to go first.
Will Smith going first.
So he's got the son, Will Smith.
So his son is taken. I don't know that I mentioned this before, that Will Smith will be considered a son in this show because Phil considers him his son, and that's just the way it is. So, first overall pick, Will Smith to John. All right, Alison is now on the clock. Will Smith is now taken, of course. It has to be expected. It has to be expected.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's like not taking like Le'Veon Bell first this year. It was tough. It was tough, and then Le'Veon Bell didn't get hurt. Good thing is Will Smith will not get hurt for you.
Well, he did get beat up at that basketball court, that gang fight.
He did. He absolutely did. And then his wife was such a bitch about, the Oscars.
Well,
And then his kids are terrible.
Had there been such a contrast between the kids and the parents of a celebrity, like cool parents, used to be cool parents. Will Smith's been kind of going off the rails a little bit lately, but his kids kind of suck.
Kinda?
I mean, a lot suck.
They're awful.
He turned down Independence Day because they wouldn't get.
I
the
know.
I was
Oh
so,
my God.
and I love.
And then they killed his character off.
Right.
like Bill Pullman,
Bill
and
Paxton.
I love Bill Pullman.
Who doesn't
Can I
love Bill
just say,
Pullman?
like, I had a crush on him. People had Jonathan Taylor Thomas on their walls. I had Bill Pullman on
I
my
had
walls.
Randy Quaid.
Randy Quaid also had Randy Quaid on his walls.
I'm actually not going to see it because Randy Quaid's not in it.
He got killed in the first one.
Did he?
Yeah.
Or did he just become a higher being?
I'm just gonna see it and just swim over. Bill
Anyway.
Pullman. All right, go ahead.
Back on track. I'm gonna have to go with the Tool Man himself. Tim the Tool Man Taylor.
Wow.
Okay.
You gotta give a little like.
Okay.
I know we talked about this on a
My
previous
list.
episode.
What? Oh, we did.
The episode of 15 minutes of just him, every grunt in the series.
Oh yeah, no, there's a YouTube video where you can watch every grunt that Tim Taylor does on the show.
No, not just him. All the kids and
Oh really?
like,
All the
everyone.
kids.
It's mind-boggling.
I need to watch
it's tough.
Oh,
It's tough.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the mom first.
Wow.
Because I thought it was very difficult because
It is.
you know what? I think the mothers are meant to be nurturing characters, and when you're watching comedies, they're not funny a lot of the times because they're being the nurturing one.
Interesting.
So I thought it was difficult to pick one.
Oh.
I'm going actually with Jill Taylor.
Wow.
Ooh, that's a good one.
She has 3 boys, and she's got a man-child husband. So, and she goes back to college. She knows how to run a household. I feel like she's got her. Can I say a bad word?
Absolutely.
Okay, I think she has her shit together.
Oh yeah, no, that's not a bad word.
Shit's a curse.
Wow. You know what? I think I'm gonna do it. And this is
If you do what I think you're gonna do, I'm gonna be mad about it.
Alright,
Go
well, with the last pick in the first round, I'm taking Family Friend.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
And
That's
I'm
not what I
going
expected.
from Family Matters. Stefan Urkel.
That's good.
Stefan
Boom!
Urkel.
Stefan Urkel.
That's a
The
good
smoothest.
Wait.
The smoothest
He
son of a
wasn't
bitch.
even on my list.
Wait, so are we going... Is Urkel still up for grabs then?
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're two different
Well, why would you
people.
want him? You have Stefan Urkel. Are you kidding me? I just totally changes the
I think, honestly, yeah.
Change everything.
He wasn't even on my list, so I'm okay with that.
He was on your list because you didn't even think about how amazing he was. He was smooth as hell.
He was smooth as hell, but I don't know if he was
But they're the
interesting
same
enough for
person,
me.
though.
What?
They're the same person.
No. They were, but then he had a clone machine where he cloned Stefan.
yeah,
Come on,
yeah.
get your shit together.
Yeah, I forgot Family Matters jumped into existential time traveling.
Look, they took it to another level of.
It started in season 3.
Really that early.
Yeah. He was talking about how epic Family Matters is. He doesn't even know his shit.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed the cloning episode.
You're up again.
You're up.
Are we
Oh, are we snaking?
No, we're snaking.
Oh, sorry.
Snake. It's look back.
My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
Snake. I'm sorry.
Come on.
Sorry, Lindsay. Lindsay not a drafter, so she.
I mean,
I've never done a
I was-
draft.
I was-
I don't
I was
watch
gonna say it.
sports, but I do know my 90s television shows.
All right. So Stefan Urkel.
Go pick him another technicality of a character.
That is a great family friend.
That's good.
All right, let's go.
I don't know. I think I'm going to go... Oh, man. I think I'm going to go with the dad. And I'm going Uncle Phil.
I knew you'd pick Uncle Phil. There was no way you were not picking Uncle Phil.
First off, he's a judge.
He is.
Like, the best... He is the best
he's a
one
pool
there.
hustler.
Did you forget that Tim, the Toolman Taylor, has his own cable access television
And
show?
who...
So does Danny Tanner.
That's true.
But he always is overshadowed by Bob Vila. No one.
I don't know if
No
I
one
agree with that.
overshadows.
Fucking Bob Vila.
No one overshadows Uncle
I don't know
Phil.
if
I'm pretty sure
agree
they
with
did
that.
it after together, and Tim the Toolman Taylor stole it. But anyways,
All right, so it's my turn now.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna go with Dad. I'm gonna get that out of the way. I'm gonna go with Carl Winslow. He is a man of the law.
He is a man of the
Yeah.
law.
He is a good father. He barely tolerates Urkel, but he handles it well.
Remember when he becomes Carl Urkel? Remember he has a whole episode where Steve Urkel does like a thing, and Carl becomes like Steve Urkel, like a nerd. You remember that episode?
No, I don't remember that episode.
Somehow I do remember.
Of course.
That's the one thing you do remember out of the
Well.
entire show.
I remember a couple things.
It was like Carl. Was it Carl or Cat? I forget what it was called. But anyway,
All right.
so yes.
I'm confident with that. That dad
So
choice.
Lindsey
That's a
has the
solid
parents out of the way. Carl Winslow and Jill
Also, one of the
Taylor.
best 10-second scenes where they're redoing the roof and he's dancing, and he falls off. Mm-hmm. Great scene.
I feel like he has a lot of comedic value. I feel like he has a lot of nurturing value.
I honestly, I think if it wasn't Uncle Phil, Carl Winslow would have been my second pick as father. All right, so Alison is now on the clock. Round 2. Her first pick was Tim the Toolman Taylor.
I'm gonna go kind of out of the realm here,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if this is like picking a kicker too early,
Might be.
but I'm gonna go theme song, only because I feel like this theme song really overshadows all the rest by such a far margin that you can't even put them in the same category.
Go on.
You have to go Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Well, of course. Okay, I was gonna say if you said anything
That
else,
was my first choice theme song.
It has to. I mean, the other theme songs just don't even. They're not even in the same category.
They're not. You go ahead.
They're two different things. They're horses of a different color. Fresh Prince, it's got a catchy beat or whatever, but the other ones, I feel like are more iconic for 90s. You know, they got they're jingles. Like
It is.
the other ones are jingles, and that's like a catchy.
Like John and I were talking about the thing on Adult Swim, Too Many Cooks.
Right.
I was telling you about.
Oh my gosh.
Like you know that.
I know that.
I just watched it today for the first time ever.
One of the girls from Walking Dead was in that
Enid
video.
is in that, yeah. And I'm watching. I'm like, what the hell am I watching? But that's what you think of when you think of '90s. Those terrible songs.
Exactly.
But they're terribly awesome when you love the show.
When
and
you
know
go back,
it, you know.
like I'm watching Fuller House now. I'm like, oh, I love this.
God, I can't stand. You know what?
It's so bad, but you gotta watch it.
It does not
My kids
stand the
love
test
it.
of time. Full House does not stand the test
My
of time.
kids love it.
Oh God, I feel bad for them. I felt bad. I had to watch every Friday night. I watched that on TGIF, and it was. Now I look back and I watched the show, and it was just so bad. It was such a bad show.
It was not bad.
It was
Mike
so
and I went to
amazing.
Cape May for a romantic weekend, and Full House came on the TV, and we're sitting in bed in the hotel room with no kids watching Full House.
Oh God, I can't do it anymore. I can't watch it.
I still enjoy watching.
I do
Full
not.
House.
I do not.
all right.
John, with a second pick.
I'm gonna go daughter. I'm gonna go Michelle Tanner, Full House.
All right.
Michelle.
Both Mary Kate and Ashley Wilson.
All right. Strong choice. That was my first choice.
Michelle.
She had very nice catchphrases.
Yeah, I was trying to think of one. I don't know why I couldn't think. Oh yeah, you got
Stephanie
it.
had good.
You got
You
it,
guys
dude.
You
Also,
got
how
it, dude.
rude! Come on.
How?
No, how rude.
That's
was
first of all,
Stephanie.
that's Stephanie.
Oh,
shit. Oh, I'm an idiot.
all right. So John loses his pick of Michelle.
Nah, still going with Michelle. Let's see.
He gets a wraparound pick. See, I like the wraparound pick. It's pretty sweet.
I want some wraparounds.
Too bad.
That's what I get for sitting here.
Yep.
All right.
It was the easiest way to pick the draft order.
Other family member. I'm going back to back. Full House. Uncle Joey.
Okay, that was my
Really?
That was my first pick
Oh,
too.
yeah.
That was my first pick. Except
Uncle Joey.
He's got the puppets. He's got
Cut It Out.
Alanis Morissette wrote a love song about him. I mean,
It's true.
So you're going really for the catchphrase heavy family.
Did you see
Also,
his
he's
Cut It
by
Out
far the
YouTube
funniest
video? He made
person.
like a whole video about like Cut It Out. He put it like in his
he was also by
phone.
far the funniest person in Full House.
That's not saying much.
What?
It's not. Who else is funny on that show? Now, yes, Bob Saget is a very funny comedian. As Danny Tanner, he is a lifeless organism that just birthed three children, and his wife died. That's it.
Poor guy.
That's it. Hey, he hooks up with that broad from Wake Up San Francisco.
That's true.
She's pretty cute. For the 90s.
For the 90s.
They're like regular cute, and then there's 90s cute.
Allison, did you prep?
I did.
Do you even prep, bro?
Hashtag do you even prep, bro?
Hashtag do you even prep, bro? Let's not make that a trending thing.
We can't make anything trending, so don't worry about it.
That's good.
Only 6 people
That's a
are
good
going to
thing.
listen
Exactly.
to it.
It's a good
And
thing.
4 of them are going to be us.
I'll take it.
I think I'm going to go with the son. And because he was a 90s icon in general, not just on this show.
Oh, I know what you're doing.
You're going to take mine.
Also, Simba.
Oh.
You gotta go.
Randy Taylor.
JTT.
All right.
Yeah,
he
no,
was on
that's
my
a good
list.
pick.
Not my
Good
first.
pick.
Not my first pick, though.
It's a good pick.
You know,
Good pick.
he was the middle child. He
didn't go goth like the young one.
he kind of didn't go goth. He was smart. He kind of held those kids together.
And then he left the show for like a season because he went like on like a then he go like help like
Yes,
like
he went
poor
on a
people
mission.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, Jungle of Jungle.
Was that him?
No.
That
Didn't he
wasn't
do a
him.
movie in the jungle, though, with
He did do a movie in the jungle.
the Mr. Holland's Opus guy?
Richard Dreyfuss?
Yeah, he did a movie with him, didn't he?
Maybe. But
Or he did a movie with Tim Allen.
No, Tim Allen was in
Allen
the jungle.
did
The jungle.
It was a random kid for.
But
He
no,
did
you're
a
right.
jungle movie too, I think, with
I think
Richard
JTT
Richard
did.
Operation Double Drop.
No, but that was not Operation Double Drop.
I gotta IMDb this shit now.
I can do it. I can do it quick.
Alright, you do it. And then I'm gonna make a pick.
You're up.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go... Okay, nobody's ever gonna guess my other family member, so I'll save that for last. I'm gonna go with... Oh god, dead air. I gotta keep talking. I'm gonna go with a house. And I'm gonna go with the Fresh Princess, because they live in a mansion.
They live in a mansion.
They
in
got a pool
California.
I was hoping that came back around to
pool
me.
house.
I actually almost made that my first overall pick.
They have a pool. They got the cabana in the back. They got a mansion. They got a butler.
They don't have a cabana in the back. They have a pool house in the back, which is like a second house.
An apartment.
Yeah.
Full apartment.
That's
So,
where
I mean,
it's
out of
from.
all the houses, that is, I feel like,
far and away the best one.
the best one.
No, it's not even close.
Not
It's-
even close.
Like you said, like how like the theme song like just blows it away. Like that house is like not even comparable. Like I said, I almost made it my first pick because of how amazing that. And not even, you know what though, we won't even give you like season 1 house because the season 1 house was whack. They opened it up in season 2 and made it even a better house. That's there you go. Anyway,
Let's do some grunts.
wait, he was in Tom and Huck, but then he was also in a movie called.
Yeah, that's
He's also in what is it called? Wild America.
No, that's not
Sounds kind of weird.
He was in like
I know what you're talking about too, and I can't remember what it was.
Well, you're up.
Can you
yeah,
pick?
you're up. Here, I'll look.
He did play Macaulay.
You do your pick.
He
I'm
did play
gonna
Macaulay
scroll.
Culkin in an episode of In Living Color.
He played McCall.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting, right? All right, let's see. So I got the Uncle Phil and Stefan Urkel. Now it's tough. I really wanted to pick. Really like that. Oh man,
So you can prep, bro?
I did, bro. I did. The question is,
All that extra time keeping this to himself.
no, I'm just saying, man.
I know. He
Don't
does.
even
He
have
picks the shows well in advance of us knowing. Still doesn't have his picks down. Don't give me that face. Look at your sheet.
Yeah, can I call clock on this?
I got my picks on
Yo,
lockdown.
I got 2 picks. I got 2 picks in a row. All right?
Taking twice as long.
All right? I'll do what I want to do. I think I gotta go with.
You got 2 in a row, so you can
I
go in
know.
any order.
I know.
I already picked family friend. I think I'm gonna go with daughter. I'm gonna go with daughter. I'm gonna go with Ashley.
Damn it! Are you serious?
That's who I.
Going
That
with
was
Ashley.
my.
Come on! I thought that was definitely make it back.
Ashley, no.
Come
no way.
on.
Nah. See?
Ugh.
Yeah, exactly. Give me some shit, and then I take your shit. There it is.
Ugh.
There
We got
it
one
is. Ashley. Done.
Ashley Banks.
Can't mess with that. Now we gotta go with.
She was a cool chick.
She was.
We're gonna have to go with the mom. And I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to go early.
Mm-hmm.
Seasons 1 and 2. Aunt Viv.
There's not a difference. If you're picking Aunt Viv, you're not picking season 1 and 2 Aunt Viv versus season 3 through the end Aunt Viv.
Why? It's two different
Oh
actresses.
my
Yeah, but it's the same character.
How many technicalities do you want on your pick?
I'm just saying. I want the right Aunt Viv.
You get Aunt Viv. Aunt Viv is the character. Whether it was 2 actresses playing her or not, Aunt Viv is the character.
I already got my
I
mom,
guess
so I
so.
don't care.
Alright, you know what? Then screw it. I don't want to. No, we're gonna play like that rules.
Wait, what's wrong with the other Aunt Viv? I
Yeah,
thought she
she
was,
was
a lovely
terrible.
lady. I thought she was a lovely
No,
lady.
the original Aunt Viv was so much better. She was boss. She would take control. She used to do shit. The other one was just there.
Wait. No, the second Aunt Viv was better, I think.
No,
Am I thinking of the right one?
not even close. Not even close.
All right, continue.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
just
All right,
pick.
all right, fine. Then I'm gonna go with Harriet Winslow. She was awesome. A very underrated character, by the way.
Agreed. She was on my list.
Uncle Phil and Harriet.
And you go again.
No, he did too.
I got
Wait,
Ashley.
what else did you do?
I got Ashley.
You got
Ashley
Ashley.
Oh,
Banks.
Ashley. Yeah, fuck her.
Tatiana Ali.
So it's my turn.
Yep.
I'm gonna go. I have a good family friend, but I'm gonna go for son. And I'm just gonna snag out Corey Matthews.
Corey Matt. Someone finally breaks the mold and hits up a Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
Corey Matthews. We all grew up learning about life with him. We learned about first kisses with him. He that show. I feel like went through everything. Him and Topanga trying to have sex at the prom.
I was never a big fan of the show.
What?
No, I
That's
was not.
blasphemy.
I was not a big fan of it. I watched it. I watched every episode. Was never a big fan of it though.
Seems like you were a fan of it to watch every episode.
No, it was you had to watch it because you had to keep up on the shit that was going on.
You needed to have stuff to talk to your
You know,
friends
you know
about.
who wouldn't like giving it to peer pressure?
Corey Matthews.
Seems like you didn't learn anything from him.
There would have been an episode about that.
I'm gonna snag my mom since there's only 4 or 5 of them, and John has not yet picked one.
There's only 4 of them because one's dead.
Yep. It's bad drafting to pick dead moms. So I'm gonna take Anthony's that he threw back, and I am going to take Aunt Viv.
Solid. Aunt Viv. Telling you, the first one was so much better though.
I don't care which Aunt Viv it is. I mean,
Will Smith got her fired.
she's in. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why?
There was a whole dispute that was going on or something between I think seasons 2 and 3. Or was it 3 and 4? And something happened and she ended
Between
up
3 and 4, she was on the first 3
the
seasons.
first 3 seasons and she ended up being able to get her fired. I don't know the full story.
Oh yeah, first Aunt Viv much better.
And then she's actually on the Oscars committee.
Ah,
And then that's why she was giving shit to Jada Pinkett,
that's funny.
which is really funny.
That's funny.
But yeah, no, it was a whole thing. I don't want to look it up now, but
Oh, Aunt Viv's got the life. Her husband goes to work. He does his judge thing. They got the butler. He does all the cleaning. She's got a pool. And she's just chilling.
I like Harriet.
What else? You're up, John.
Yeah. So I gotta pick the way from Family Matters, basically.
No,
No,
I picked Family
Harriet's
Matters.
gone, man.
You
you're
got
you're
Boy
done.
Meets World.
You're stuck
Amy
with
Matthews.
You're stuck with Amy. Like probably the no one cares about mom.
I wouldn't say no one cares about.
Is she alright? But does anyone really remember her in the show? Like
You
remember,
know, I feel like the kids had such a strong presence in that show because it wasn't about the parents.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was.
She was overshadowed. If it was more about how the parents interacted with the kids, then she would have been more in the spotlight.
That's what I'm saying,
that show wasn't so much about the parents.
Right,
But
it's definitely more kid focused.
Harriet, Viv, and what the hell? Who the hell did you pick?
Jill.
And Jill were always in the show.
They were always very active.
So now John is stuck with Amy Matthews.
Unless he wants to go with Dead Mom.
Dead Mom. Dead.
You could go
Dead
with
Mrs. Taylor.
You're not allowed to go with Dead Mom. She was never in any episode. Or if she was, it was flashback, and I don't remember it.
No, they didn't.
I don't think she ever was. Well, then maybe a picture.
But I
don't even remember that. She must have been blonde.
Why? Because
all the kids were blonde.
That's true.
Let's see. Alright, theme song.
Oh, it's the
And
Boy Meets World theme song? Is he dumb?
Wait, I looked that up today. The first season theme song is horrible. And the opening video for all of the seasons are
my
just
god!
Oh, I could have been 90.
They are hilarious.
They're so,
but they're worse than all the other shows.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty bad.
They're so quintessential 90s.
I kind of want to go Home Improvement theme song just because it has a couple grunts in it. Yeah, I'm gonna go Home Improvement theme song.
Are there words to that theme song?
No, it goes dun 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 dun.
I don't think that's the theme song at all.
It sounds like a...
No, it's like...
That's
Alright,
I did a lot of research on this. I know what I'm talking
hilarious.
Oh.
I was looking this stuff up while I was watching Daredevil. My husband got mad at me.
You know, after that, I definitely want to watch. I want to listen to all the theme songs after this.
He's like, "Can we not listen to the Family Matters theme song while we're watching Daredevil?"
This is important research. What is wrong with
This is
you?
important to me.
I know. Alright,
Although I gotta get you to, we gotta watch Too Many Cooks after this. I want to show you. It's so fun.
Cooks?
It's so weird. You're watching, you're like, what the? After a while, you're like,
It just gets worse and worse.
It gets weirder.
Did you ever
and
see
weirder.
that? Like, what's that allergy medication commercial that they did too?
Alright, let's go
I don't know.
Danny
Too Many Cooks was. I watched it now. So it was today.
All right.
No. Oh,
What did John pick?
Danny Tanner.
Danny Tanner.
Strong choice.
The lamest of all the fathers, though.
Hey, he keeps a very clean house.
I don't think he's lame. I think that a single father of 3 young kids, able to keep it together.
Had to recruit a very unfunny comedian and some Greek guy who they changed his name from the first couple episodes.
First of all,
you're saying like they don't change anything in these shows.
He didn't recruit him because of his comedic stylings. He brought him in because it's his best friend. Second of all, Danny Tanner has nothing to do with the writing choices of the name change.
I don't know if I recall this correctly. Who was Joey the biological uncle, or was Uncle Jesse?
No, Uncle Jesse is
he's the
biological. Uncle Jesse.
How come he's not blonde? Where did these blonde children come from?
It's a TV show.
What?
All the kids are
blonde. They got all Danny Tanner.
I assumed that Joey was the biological one because hair was lighter.
No,
he married Danny's sister.
Uncle Jesse is Mrs. Tanner's brother.
Okay.
Joey's like their best
Joey
friend.
is their best friend.
Yeah,
okay. For some reason, I was thinking Joey was the biological one because his hair was light, so I'm like, it had to come from somewhere.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
It makes more sense.
He's just some weird guy with some puppets.
Oh, you know what? That creeps me out then.
He was never funny.
Alright, Alison. You're up, though.
Alright.
I'm gonna go back to Boy Meets World for the family friend.
No, I was coming.
Although technically becomes family, but we'll go family friend because she's family friend most of the show. You gotta go Topanga.
Wow, a girl picking Topanga.
She smart,
Yep.
strong.
Yep.
She stands her ground. She's weird, but she stands her ground, and she's just happy to be her. And in the end, Corey loves her anyway. And then and she holds out and holds out and holds out.
Because she got
and
them giant sweater puppets.
Not in the beginning, she didn't.
They developed pretty quickly.
She was like at 8 years old in the beginning.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about sweater puppets
8
in
years
the beginning.
old.
They were
They
pretty
were
young.
Sweater puppets. You know who likes sweater puppets? Uncle Joey.
Oh,
All right.
I just think in a 90s landscape where the female characters were just kind of...
She was a very strong female character.
She was a strong female character and very different from the normal
Yes.
90s female character.
Yes.
Her real life last name pisses me off though, because it sounds like everyone says it has a lisp.
What is it?
Danielle Fishel.
Oh yeah,
It's
Michelle.
like, just say Fisher. Not Fishel.
Okay.
Anyway.
I'm gonna go with family friend. I had one character written down as my main choice, but I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna go with Wilson.
Ah!
I'm gonna go with Wilson.
Good one.
Wilson.
The sage over the fence.
The mouthless wonder.
Wilson.
I'm gonna go with him. He had good wisdom. He was a good neighbor.
Wilson was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I mean,
World traveler.
may he rest in peace.
There was an air of mystery about him.
Oh, absolutely.
May he rest in peace. He is dead. He died a while ago, but he was such an amazing part of that show.
You can say rest in peace to Uncle Phil.
Yeah.
And that's true. Oh man,
You could edit it and add it.
yeah, I'll do it.
That's post production.
By the way, wait. We did Uncle Joey, right? Mm-hmm. We're doing him as family member, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just saying because he is not technically a family member. We consider him a family
No, I
member.
would consider him a family
Okay.
member.
Just making. I'm just doing the.
Listen, you're trying to split characters into like 18 different people.
Look,
I think we can deal with that.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Aunt Viv seasons 1 through 3 is better. Just saying. I don't like this. The other Aunt Viv was terrible.
Ah, yeah, I totally agree.
He was totally terrible. Alright. I'm just trying to do a little housekeeping here really fast. Get all the names. I gotta figure out who we picked. I don't have a pen like you guys have.
I feel like
You have a computer.
I feel like I had other strong family friends, and if other people, I'm not going to mention them because I don't want other people.
Well, we're gonna after we're done with the draft, though. I'm gonna definitely mention some friends, and we can mention some friends that we did in.
Yeah, because I have strong opinions about a couple of the family friends.
I agree. One's not going to get picked, but was one of my favorite characters of the shows.
Yeah, no, same here. I have one that's.
But it's not. He's not going to.
No, there's no way.
That one of my other family members
All
was.
right. So I already have family friend. I have dad. I have the daughter, and I have the mom. So I need. Okay, so let's see what we're doing here. I think I'm gonna have to pick. Oh man, I have to go son. I have to go son.
I got a good one on my list. That's not taken.
No, I don't know.
You want to look at my list?
I don't want to look at your list.
I'll show you my list.
I think I was to go song.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm going Family Matters. I love that song.
It's a good song.
That's a great song. That's a classic song.
It's a good one. That means I get Full House.
Do you?
I
No,
do.
there's two.
Oh wait, no. Well, Boy Meets World. I'm obviously not. Picking that one.
Obviously. Wasn't even an
It was.
option.
I just didn't even consider that one. An
Wait,
option.
what'd you say?
What
Family
Family Matters?
Family
Song.
Matters.
Oh, so damn. I need to do that as a choice then. All right, I'll save that for later since it's the last.
Yeah,
one.
since it's late, you don't have to worry about it.
I'll
now.
do it later.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go son now. Man, that's tough though. I mean, the best son. I mean, there's really only one really, great son, and that's Will Smith. I feel like that's like the
Again, well above and beyond the other choices.
It really is. It really, like, it's so tough to have like. And Full House doesn't even have any, so you're like you're done there.
I can show you my list.
I want to see your list. I know who sons are.
I got a good one.
You know what? I was gonna go one, but I think I'm gonna go Brad.
Brad.
He becomes a huge soccer player.
He does. Then he has
So
his knees.
he does, but he had the skill.
All right, so we've all picked a son. Can I do a notable mention son that
Did we all?
was not picked?
Did we all pick
Wait,
it?
not everyone has other family members picked. I don't have my other family member.
Oh, can we count sons as other family members, or do they have to be extended family members?
Well, I was doing extended family members.
That was not clear to me in the rules.
It's other family member. It's not like...
Not main family member.
Yeah, not like... Well, that's why I picked... It's not like a flex position, like where you're picking...
I was under the assumption it was a flex position.
No, because then no. Why that
See,
makes no
you know
sense?
what? Now this is... This
It's
is
all bunk. It's all bunk.
This is just bogus now.
Shut up.
We should just stop doing
Yeah.
this. It's all gone now.
It was a good episode, guys. See you later.
No, but that... What? You can't do that. That
Why
just
not?
makes no sense.
Okay.
It makes sense.
No, because... We're only doing 5 shows. It could ruin someone because that means someone could pick 2 mothers and then no one doesn't have a mother to pick.
That's like if I went
No
first
one's
and
gonna
I.
pick-
That's
no
like
one's
if
gonna
I
pick-
went first
Oh,
and I
that-
picked Will Smith as my other family member.
I'm just saying, like,
Because
yeah,
he's technically a family member.
yeah, you can't do that. No, come on. They're
was
not
not-
going
that
to
was
spell the
not-
rules out that hard.
Yes.
come on.
Apparently,
Apparently, yeah.
All right, wait. What?
Obviously.
Okay, so we'll come back to. Did you do 2? Are you done?
Yeah, I got the Phantom Menace song, and,
Okay.
and I got Brad.
All right, I'm gonna go with. All right, I got my. All right, so I still need to do theme song. I need to do daughter, and I need to do other family member. I'm gonna go with daughter. I'm gonna go with Stephanie Tanner.
Wow, Stephanie Tanner.
The
drug problem.
She had total middle child syndrome. I feel like she had a lot of good episodes. It was between her and DJ. DJ didn't have good catchphrases.
DJ did not have any catchphrases.
Stephanie had how rude.
probably one of the only characters on the show that did not
Yeah,
have a catchphrase.
so I feel like Stephanie had the catchphrase. I feel like she had decent middle child syndrome and a lot of good.
She is now, however,
She
part
had-
of the Bure family, which is pretty cool. Her brother-in-law is now Pavel Bure, which is pretty sweet.
She's
DJ.
on,
Wait, really?
DJ.
She married Valerie Bure.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Stephanie's on Dancing with the Stars now.
Yeah.
Supposedly she killed it in her first episode. So she's
She
on,
killed people?
she was high on cocaine. She's like,
Makes sense.
So, yeah, Stephanie Tanner.
So in that same vein, I'm glad you did not pick DJ because that is my daughter pick. Is DJ Tanner.
Okay.
And the reason I picked DJ is I always identified with DJ. She was the older sister who was always
Like the bratty
annoyed.
one.
No, she was always annoyed by the
Always
younger ones.
imposing on other people's space.
She had to deal like she was cool and like in
Ugh.
middle school and high school, and the younger ones like wanted to tag along all the time. So I
First
felt
off,
I
I've
felt
never
her
tagged
pain.
along.
I felt her pain.
Can we
I
bring out
feel
some like elementary school pictures of your haircuts and see how cool you were?
First of all, shut up. Second of all,
you're like DJ Tanner's maid. Like childhood maid.
look, why we gotta take it there? Why we gotta take it there? And I swear to God, if there are Twitter requests for that picture,
you were 11 pledge.
Oh my god, I'm reading
both.
photo albums when I get home.
You just gotta find the picture at the top of the stairs of your parents' house. It's right there.
That's true.
Just post it on Twitter.
There's also, that's also Keith Hernandez's mustache from my dad, and also my awesome train sweater
So,
and
you
mushroom
got a
cap.
hashtag Keith Hernandez. You got a hashtag lemon pledge.
whatever.
All right,
Your pick.
your pick.
My pick?
Yeah.
So John,
This is the end.
So all right, so you have your son Will Smith. You have your daughter Michelle Tanner.
Yes.
You have Uncle Joey.
Yes.
You also have the song.
Yeah.
You have your dad, Danny Tanner, and that's it. So let's go. What do you got?
Alright. This one messed with my head because not as many appearances as some of the other characters, other family friends that are on this list, but made a huge impact, and probably what one of the funniest recurring jokes in any of these shows is Jazzy Jeff.
Family
Going
friend.
with for a family friend. Getting thrown out of the house is
I'm just glad that I
is
have the guy
classic.
who's going to be throwing Daddy Jeff out of the house.
Yeah, well. And also probably the coolest handshake of any of these shows between him and Will Smith.
Honestly, it's a great pick. I love DJ Daddy Jeff.
Was not one of my top picks. There was another.
I know
Fresh
there's a couple others.
And you know what? You know what's funny? You knew Jazzy Jeff was getting thrown out of the house.
Because it was the same scene over and over.
No, because he was always wearing that same shirt.
Yeah, no.
So
yeah,
you
'cause
knew,
they
but,
used the same
but you
cutscene.
knew that if he was going to get thrown out of the house, that he was wearing this like ridiculous shirt because they only did that scene probably once,
Yeah.
and then that was it. So you know they always made him just wear that same shirt that it just so the continuity stayed. That's exactly what they did.
think they could have spent like the extra
the few dollars on production just to throw him out a couple times.
Just put a couple different shirts on him.
All right, and for house, I don't think this is a good pick, but I'm gonna go with the Full House house.
It's a good pick.
Good pick.
That was my second.
That was my
after.
second choice. Also,
I mean, iconic San Francisco architecture. You know, right by the bay.
You're in San Francisco. You're right by the water.
It's
you
like
can't
tilted
really...
at a
and
45-degree angle.
I feel like out of all the houses, it's one of the most recognizable. Second to the French.
It's an actual like, landmark.
Fresh.
In San Francisco. San Francisco.
Fred, what was that?
San Francisco.
San Francisco.
I don't know why I put so much emphasis on it, but
I'm trying to figure out my freaking who the hell I have here. Jesus.
All right.
You didn't organize that well.
No, I did not.
I'm gonna throw this to the committee for debate.
oh my god,
But
that's exactly what we need.
Yeah, we need debate exactly.
For other family member,
Mm-hmm.
it's whether you consider this character a true family member.
No, brother.
From Fresh Prince, Jeffrey.
Oh,
Jeffrey was my number. He was one of my family friends.
That's what I was going through. Yeah,
Because he has the best witty one-liners.
He does. And although he is not technically family,
I would consider him family.
he is in that family.
He
lives in the house.
He takes care of them.
He takes care of the
and
kids.
I feel like Phil and Aunt Viv consider him a family member.
I'll give it to you.
Boom.
I'll allow it.
Yes.
And if I
Jeffrey.
had thought to put him in the other family member category, I would have done the same.
that's what I was thinking of that one too. But
But see, look, he's on. I wrote him down.
Yeah.
He's under my family friend
I think
category.
he could flex either way, honestly.
Yeah.
He can flex either way.
I'm just saying.
All right.
He's like the tight end wide receiver.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm gonna go with other family member because I only have that in theme song and all the good theme song. Well, I mean, I do love the Full House theme song, but I'm gonna go with other family member. She has many years of wisdom, highly underrated character. Estelle Winslow, their grandmother.
Their grandmother. That's a good one.
solid.
And I say
She got that. I don't care what. I'm like
She
80. I'm
does
like 85
not-
year old. I don't
She
care
was really
anymore.
good.
she gives zero fucks.
Yeah.
Yes.
He does give zero
She
fucks.
tells you how it is. Many life lessons.
All right, so wait a minute. So this is gonna round out. This is 7 and 8, right?
Yeah.
That was 7, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna do 7. And I'm gonna do my last two picks are right here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, this is tough. So I
got
basically
the good
have I got other family member and a house. So obviously I gotta do the house, and I don't even remember. The Boy Meets World house was not a great house. It wasn't a memorable house.
No.
No one was memorable. No.
I remember the bedroom, and that's about it.
I have no record. I remember the kitchen that led out to the backyard. That was about it.
And then the side house where he would go talk to Mr.
Now, if we're talking about it, the apartment that his brother and one of the Lawrence brothers, Matthew Lawrence, had.
Yes.
Sean's older. Was he
Sean's older brother.
Jack Hunter?
Yes, Jack.
Talk about trouble.
The apartment they had was pretty sweet, but
I guess, but the only thing you ever saw that apartment was the living room kitchen
it was
area.
Well, no,
open.
Corey and Topanga were cutting their toenails in the bedroom once.
it was pretty
I
big
don't
and open.
remember
It was
that. They had
nice.
a whole-
Is that what they call it nowadays?
No, they were doing paper football with toenails.
So-
It was very weird.
As much as I like the Family Matters house, I gotta go with the Home Improvement. I gotta go with Home Improvement house, Tim Taylor's house,
Had a good
because
garage.
had a great garage, but that basement was pimp, and they always used to throw the most amazing Halloween things down
True.
there.
Oh,
it was
right,
huge.
right, yeah.
My issue with the Home Improvement house, because I thought the same thing, is that shit's always broken. Tim is always messing stuff
The
up.
sink never
Wait a
works.
minute! Who's your dad?
Yeah, but that's okay.
You picked the guy who's fucking shit up.
Yeah,
but
but
at
that's
least-
part of his charm.
At least I can exactly. At least I can
A
live
broken
in a house.
sink in a house
No.
is no charm at all.
No, I have the house with Uncle Phil, who's paying for shit.
I guess.
He's not breaking shit.
My also other issue with the
Wait,
Home
but
Improvement house is
I got the house with Uncle Phil.
No,
there
but
is-
you have the house with Uncle
I have the house. I don't have the money.
I have Uncle Phil.
my problem also with the Home Improvement house. It's in the suburbs of Detroit.
Yeah, but it's
I
not,
don't want to live in the suburbs of
that's
Detroit.
Why? It's fun. It was a great area, at the time, and it was extreme.
In 20 years, they
Do you
did like
understand-
60 years of like rusted.
Do you understand that open floor plan they had back in the 90s for not a huge house? That was a fantastic
They had
house.
a really nice living room area.
They
It was
did.
gorgeous. It was
The
gorgeous.
living room, kitchen, dining room area
Yeah.
was very nice.
Yeah, no,
That
that
person
was
simp though.
no. I got
I
it.
stand
Yeah,
with
like-
you.
You never
but
trust anything.
I agree
never
with
because of
you.
your dad pick.
Did they do something with like a garbage disposal?
Oh, garbage disposal on the dishwasher never worked right.
Yeah.
No, remember when he was fixing the intercom and the
And
snake,
the snake went in.
Oh,
Yep,
yeah.
yep.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
good. You got snakes in your house. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
And only because her dad messed everything up.
Yeah, because he's a great character.
Terrible character. No, I love him actually.
It's part of his charm.
Alright, then I have other family member now. That's the last pick.
He got out
Other family
of
member.
transporting a shit ton of cocaine. Because he's a snitch.
Because he's a snitch.
I mean, you know what? It's between two people as other family member, and I think, oh man,
Take your time.
Oh my god.
Take
We
your
have
time.
all night. I don't need to go to work tomorrow.
I think I'm gonna
Take your
have
time.
to do
People like listening to silence.
Rebecca.
That's a good one.
Rebecca was good. She was responsible.
Rebecca, and she's still gorgeous.
She married John Stamos. I
Yes.
mean, you can't really go wrong there.
The
How do you-
younger guy?
They
how-
had, yeah.
How do you spell Katsopoulos? I'm just gonna put
What was
She's-
her maiden name? Rebecca
that's-
Becky
Donaldson.
Donaldson. Yes.
Ah, good call.
there you go.
She's a news
I'm obviously out of
anchor.
my league. I'm not good for that.
She's a news anchor. You know,
What?
on a
Should've
She's a
done that.
successful lady.
then has twins.
You know, what's funny is the show actually started in '87, which is pretty crazy. Full House, by the way.
Wow.
But it did go through mid '95, so.
Yeah, but I was gonna say it was not a long time.
But yeah,
You can watch it every day.
Alright, if you want to spell Katsopoulos, it's Katsopolis, Polis. Katsopolis. Katsopolis. There we go. I'm gonna spell it out right now.
They really Greeked it up.
Oh, they totally agree. It wasn't like that. I forgot it was.
No, it was something really just normal.
I don't remember.
I can't remember.
I don't think I even
Cochran.
Oh, that's a terrible name.
I'm pretty sure it was Cochran.
That's all. Yeah, it was. You're right, Jesse Cochran. Right.
Wait, why didn't they have a sitcom with him and Johnny Cochran?
And he also played.
Adopted brothers. Like honestly, that's I would watch that.
And he also played Cousin Stavros. Remember?
Yes,
Remember?
yes.
Oh man,
Have you ever
ridiculous.
seen his belly button?
No.
John Stamos.
I've heard
I
that's
heard he
weird.
has
It's
no
weird.
belly button.
No, it's just very
No,
strange.
she's not Kyle XY. Remember that show on
Yes.
NBC?
You know, I could have been Kyle XY.
I know you. You have a fake belly button.
Yep. All my guts are out in the umbilical
Weird
cord.
ass. All right. Anyway, let's go.
Pain in the ass from day one.
Let's finish it
Even
up.
before day one.
All right,
Actually,
so
not pain in the ass for you. Pain in
My
the ass for Dad.
final pick is the theme song, and I'm going with Full House. Great theme song.
That's actually was my second choice of
You
theme
know what?
song.
I'm very surprised that it was
I
left
am.
over.
I
It
am
was my
too.
second choice. My first choice is Fresh Prince.
Yep.
Even though I do like the Full House one better, but I feel like everybody knows Fresh Prince. But Full House is my second choice, so I'm glad I got it.
agree.
I almost went Full House over Family Matters, but you know what? Like, the Family Matters just.
I would have been fine with Family Matters too. I feel like they're on equal levels.
But whatever happened
Too predictable.
to predictability.
I know the Milkman of Hair Boy, Evening Game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's so.
Ah.
I definitely had that as my second pick.
Yeah, solid pick.
All right, so my
And hold on.
Oh,
God.
God. Shut
Sorry,
up.
I started that. So my last pick is House. Ooh, my bad. And I am gonna pick the Boy Meets World house.
Over Family Matters house?
I am. It was just more. It was in a.
It was intact. Family Matters had Urkel driving through the walls.
Yeah.
You don't want to live in the suburbs of Chicago.
Yeah, exactly. It's more.
Why do you not like living in the suburbs of cities? Where does Boy Meets World even take place?
I don't know.
You don't even
It's a
know.
Suburb.
It's in Garbaggio.
Springfield.
But no, it's first of all, Mr. Feeney is your neighbor.
yeah.
Mr. Feeney is the man.
Maybe he's not your neighbor.
They had
Maybe he's not your neighbor.
They had
What
a
was
they
that?
had
Who was in the
a
house?
they had a tree house.
Yep.
They had that awesome room that they shared. It was just...
They had to share a room. Family Matters fit like 45 people in their house.
But it was a more realistic version of
Did they live in New York? Because now in Girl Meets World, they live in New York City.
No, they definitely didn't live in the city.
No, it wasn't.
Now it's in New York City. The new one.
Who knows where they live?
I don't remember where they were.
Where that setting was.
Alright, well, to finish up, I got the, can I pick Dead Wife?
No,
you cannot pick Dead Wife.
Alright, I'm gonna pick Dead Wife.
So you're stuck though. You have to pick Amy Matthews, right?
Yeah, she's actually really good. She's, not one of my favorite the best mom character, not in it, is from the 70s show, Kitty. She's by far the best mom character.
I love her.
Like, Kitty's like Amy 2.0.
She's like one of the best moms on TV,
yeah.
of any show.
Like, I mean, Amy, she had to deal with Sean and Corey and all them hanging out. That's pretty tough. Sean was a hellraiser from the beginning.
She's married to Red. Like that's a
I'm talking about Amy.
Oh, sorry. I was talking about Kitty.
You know what? Amy Matthews went through great lengths to prevent Corey and Topanga from having sex on prom night.
Hey,
she ran around looking for their hotel room.
That's messed up.
A woman's got to do what a woman's got to do.
That's
doing
true.
her
She's
mom
cock
duties.
blocking her son.
Listen,
Totally cock with those sweater muppets that Topanga had.
Now they're Muppets?
They're
Whatever.
Muppets.
They talk.
just imagine like Beaker in there.
No, you open it up. It's like.
I'd be like, I'm gonna leave.
Wow, this is
I gotta get out of here.
All right, so should we discuss our final? Should we go through our final?
Hey,
picks
them
and
things
talk
that have
about,
bad.
the
Hey, they're all
dynamics?
bad.
I can't believe Al Borland got left off, and Mr. Feeney got left off.
No, wait.
Mr. Feeney was actually, if you look at my list, he was my first choice.
I'm actually
Yeah.
surprised that Mr. Feeney did not
Yeah.
get taken. When you said Family Friend, I thought you were going Mr. Feeney.
I definitely considered him because, again, full of wisdom.
Yep.
You know, he was a staple. He went from teacher to principal, always their mentor, but, you
Kind
know...
of creepy if you think about it. Old guy following around a bunch of young kids from school to school, becoming their professor in college too.
All right, you can't ever count the college years. The college years are just...
Exactly.
We're going to say it by the bell rules.
Yeah, you can't count the... Although I watch them over and over and over again, you can't ever count what happens in the college years.
No, you cannot.
He was my first choice, but then I made a
quick decision.
a quick decision.
Honestly, Mr. Feeney and Wilson are very similar characters.
Yes, they are.
They are.
Wilson was a world traveler.
If I had to pick one over the other, I'd probably pick Wilson. Have you ever? I mean, go inside Wilson's house. Like, look how amazing it was. All the things that you said he had all over the world.
He had like a bear or something in his house too, like some like
a bear.
He had all weird Asian shit
He had a
all
bunch
the
of
time.
African
all sorts of
stuff,
wacky
too.
shit.
Yeah, he was always,
And how does he have so much time to talk to? He's always there. He's like, I just got back from the Himalayan mountains and I got this charm. And
How do the friends always meet all the time and like look like they never work? Like it's
they're
TV
there at
show.
very convenient
It's TV
times.
show.
It's TV.
First,
So that's just how it works.
All right.
Wilson's awesome.
So we should go through our family dynamics, I think.
Yeah, we'll save that for the end. We'll go through a list. I want to talk about some more choices because there are some good some choices that like we sort of liked, but you never would have picked. Like
so for I have notes on that. Look at all this shit. So for family friends, I made a category of nerds.
all right,
My nerds category was Urkel, Minkus, Kimmy Gibbler.
Minkus was the one I was thinking about.
I put Al Borland in the nerd category.
yeah, but you're not a nerd.
Yes, he is.
He's a nerd person.
He's a geek.
No, he's awkward.
He's awkward. And so I made the nerd
Socially
category like
unaware.
great friends, but do you really want them in your house? Like,
Urkel.
no.
Hanging around.
Yeah. No.
No, it's tough. That's
Great
why.
characters, and then I also have notes over here for the daughter category. Daughters are tough. There were 2 missing daughters. Missing daughters. Morgan Matthews.
Yes, I considered Morgan Matthews.
She disappeared.
Played by 2 different people.
2 different people, and then she disappeared.
And
And
they
then they
lost both
brought
of
her back like 4 seasons later, and they're like,
Yeah.
where have you been this whole time? And then
that's
another
wild.
missing daughter, Judy Winslow. There was Laura,
yeah.
there was Eddie Winslow, Laura Winslow, Judy Winslow, and then there was little Richie, who wasn't a kid. He wasn't their kid.
No, he was the
nephew.
The nephew with their
Rachel.
With Rachel, yeah.
Aunt
right.
Rachel.
So Judy
Who also
Winslow,
vanished near at the end of the series.
she was in the first 4 seasons, but hardly on, and then they just got rid of her character completely.
Too many characters,
and
going
she
on
never
there.
came back.
Too many characters that were going on there.
Another other family that I thought about was, what was his name? Nick, the little kid.
Nikki from Fresh Prince.
On Fresh Prince,
that
Nikki,
was like
yeah.
their No, I couldn't stand Nikki.
Oh, he was adorable. Are you kidding?
I wasn't a Nikki fan either.
He was
You
so
know, I
cute.
wasn't a little.
You
I
guys
put
are
Little
heartless.
Richie on my other family member list, but I wasn't a fan of the little kids.
No, they were annoying. Richie, Nick, they all bothered me. Like the little 2 kids from Jesse and Rebecca's kids,
twins?
they were annoying too.
You know what? I think
They were
brought
ugly
on-
ass babies, though. They were ugly ass babies.
I feel
Takes
like
one
they
to know
brought
one.
in these little kids as
Horrible.
I was entering an adolescent stage where I was just bothered by little kids, and I wanted to.
get these kids.
Like, I don't want to hang out with my little cousins. They're annoying. Like,
Yeah,
so,
that's a good point.
like, I'm a teenager. I'm too cool for them.
We also didn't talk about. Well, no one. I'm sure no one like even thought about Sean as.
No,
Sean.
I
was
thought
thinking
about
it.
Sean.
On my list.
Of
course
what
not.
about
Great friend. You guys
Sean.
did too much. Too much.
He's a troublemaker.
you had Eddie Winslow as the son, which was actually a really good son,
He's the one that I wanted to show you
and
on my
his
list.
friend Waldo. Remember
Waldo. I totally forgot about
Waldo,
Waldo was great, yeah.
Waldo,
Right?
Yeah.
Waldo's a Jazzy Jeff level character.
Exactly.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
you needed that like style. And he was so stupid, but like he was always funny and like.
You know what? So I would say Jazzy Jeff, Kimmy Gibbler, and Waldo are like the same level, like annoying friend.
Like the families.
Yeah.
couldn't-
Well, you know.
Well, the families couldn't stand them,
Oh,
but like
yeah.
they were like the
They
best,
were
the best
around,
friend
yeah.
of the the oldest kid.
Gotcha.
The other one,
Or second oldest.
I don't know. I guess you consider it other member, not or family friend. I guess is teacher Jonathan Turner
Oh.
from the heart of the Boy Meets World series.
Yeah.
Before Mr. Feeney took over as like the
Yeah.
main
With the
influence.
long,
Yeah.
with the long
That-
hair.
yeah,
The
He
long
was like
hair,
Sean's,
motorcycle.
Sean's father figure.
Right.
That's right. That's
He
right.
was like the cool.
What happened to him? Did he just like vanish?
He was the cool English teacher.
No, he was on like 4 seasons.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like I said, I watched Boy Meets World. I really don't remember. I mean, I remember
He was
things
on
about
it
it
for a
but
while, but I
remember-
think I guess they just phased him out and made Mr. Feeney the
No,
continuing.
they were both. Well, yeah, Mr. Feeney.
Well,
Was on
because
the
Mr.
whole
Feeney was
time.
kind of
Yeah.
like the other father figure for Corey, and then like the cool young teacher was the father figure for Sean. So like they were like, no, listen to my sage-old advice. Like, no, listen to my cool stuff.
Poor
Yeah.
Alan Matthews
Well-
did not get picked for father.
Yeah, because he was kind of lame.
He didn't do a lot.
He was pretty
Mr.
lame.
Feeney
He was
took
lame.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and like you said, Boy Meets World was so much more focused around the kids, whereas the others were really more
Right.
evenly
And-
family focused.
And wait a minute, and going back to the whole me wanting to pick the early seasons Aunt Viv, right? No, because think
Are we
about
still
it.
on this?
Because what if you wanted to pick Heidi from Home Improvement? Now, do you want Pamela Anderson Heidi, or do you want other Heidi?
Other Heidi's
Those
really
are
good,
two very
Different
Heidis. So I'm just, that's why I'm just saying. I mean, I would have gone the later season
I
Heidi.
think they
I don't
just.
want.
I think
I don't want
I don't want
Heidi,
hepatitis
Heidi
Heidi.
was just what they named that person. I think she had that was her stage name for the show. She probably had a real life name.
No,
They
they called her Heidi outside of it.
Yeah.
You just gotta go like full into the part. Anytime that she's around Tim and Al, she was Heidi.
I don't
That's
know
a
about that.
terrible theory.
It's a conspiracy.
What about-
I
It's a
feel like that.
terrible
You just
theory.
went way too far.
What about
with
Tim
that.
Allen's brother on the show? Remember that the
Oh,
mooch?
yeah.
He looked like the thin guy. He was like a.
Yeah, who ends up getting divorced from his wife and has the little kids.
Oh man, it was so in the little girls, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And he worked at the hardware store.
Yup. When
Oh.
when Tim took it
What
over.
was the name of the
That's
hardware
right.
company? You know?
Wait, the stuff where he got all his
Yeah.
appliances? It was oh my god,
Start with B.
no.
Binford.
Binford
Binford
Tools.
Tools.
Binford Tools. That's right, Binford Tools. But that wasn't the hardware store, was it?
No.
No,
That was the-
Binford
That was
Tools.
like the
Cool.
corporate sponsor.
Yeah, that
the
was
tool
that
names.
Binford Tools.
And the other one who didn't get picked, which is, a good choice for son, but again
Carlton.
falls into that annoying. is Carlton.
Yeah.
I mean,
I had him
Successful,
in my other
highbrow.
family member category just in case.
Well, that's who I was toiling over Carlton or Brad, and I'm like, you know what? I
I
wanted
mean,
a little.
he's got the sweet dance moves.
He does. does.
which are an iconic.
It's not unusual to have
Yeah.
sweet
But you know what?
dance
For as
moves.
smart as he was, he didn't get into Princeton, or did he? And then he ended up going to like State with Will Smith.
With Will Smith.
Like, you're as smart as he was, and he ended up being a mascot. Like, you're as smart as hell, and you end up there, the same place that Will Smith ends up.
Convenient plot point.
I know, but I'm just saying, like,
Will,
that's,
Will was obviously not getting into Princeton.
no, he was not. He was not. I'm just saying. But
Wasn't the state like UCLA or something like that? Like,
no, it wasn't.
No.
was it UCLA?
No.
Are you sure? Because
No, it was not UCLA.
there was a team store that had a bunch of like blue and gold.
It was
stuff,
not
like,
UCLA. It was like Bel-Air State or some garbage.
Bel-Air State.
No, it was some stupid
But
shit.
meant to be UCLA. Not obviously they couldn't.
No, it wasn't meant to be UCLA. You crazy. You think Will Smith's getting into UCLA?
I feel like we all agreed on one point because I'm looking at the daughters that we picked on my list. Nobody mentioned Laura. Winslow.
Laura. No one went Laura.
You know why? She was a bitch. Like, poor Steve
Yeah.
Urkel was in love with her, and she was so bitchy to him.
And how
But
many...
honestly, though, if Steve Urkel like constantly harasses you,
I mean,
wouldn't
yeah,
you be
I guess he
like,
was a
"All right,
little bit-
listen, glasses."
It's tiring. Yeah, but then as soon as Stefan Urkel comes around, she's falling all over him.
Yeah.
But then she went
Oh,
back
and
to...
poor Myra was in love
Myra,
with
I
Steve
know.
Urkel.
Yeah.
She
True.
loved him, and fucking Urkel makes this Stefan guy, and he's just like, Myra.
Totally forgot about Myra.
Myra,
Yeah.
Myra should have been his end game.
I
Forget
thought-
Lawrence.
And I think Myra was even prettier than Laura.
I feel like
Yeah.
insulting that he cloned himself.
Just to be with Laura.
be with Laura in some capacity. Myra was like the best. She loved him for who he
But
was.
Couldn't,
Stefan
like, they-
got Steve and Laura together in the end. Stefan helped out Steve.
True.
Couldn't
So-
they just like? Wouldn't there be like a bigger like hubbub about him like cloning like an awesome alter ego of himself? I feel like they
mean-
kind of glazed over that.
He also went into space and almost died.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Remember that? Remember that? He's in space,
Yes.
he's doing a
I feel
space
like
walk?
out of
Yes.
all these shows,
That show jumped the shark so much.
like I feel like out of all these shows, Family Matters like went a little bit too.
Oh,
little
yeah,
too
it was
far. Well, we all
ridiculous.
just accepted it.
Of course we did.
Of
It was-
course.
It was the '90s.
what
We
a-
all just
And then
was just you know
Another
it was good.
non-pick was Uncle Jesse.
which was actually very shocking.
The
Very
problem
shocking.
is where, like,
Have mercy.
he's got, again, another one on the show who's got a catchphrase.
Yup.
John Stamos. I mean, come on. The hair, the Elvis
He's
impersonation.
in a grandfather now, and he's beautiful.
The yogurt
He's got all those yogurt monies too.
He's in the yogurt money.
All the yogurt. money.
And then there were two kids, of course, that no one really gave a shit about, and it was Hillary
Hillary.
and
Because she's
and Mark,
annoying. Mark?
Younger.
the youngest son on Home Improvement. No one gave a shit about Mark. He was a bitch. And
I mean, honestly, I didn't really get. I honestly thought Brad was a poor choice.
no, I like Brad.
I thought Randy was really the iconic son in
Yeah.
out of
He
all
was.
of them.
Well, Randy's iconic because it's Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Like, I'm picking Brad
I feel
from
like
TV
his-
show.
I
Brad.
feel like his
but
character was stronger
the actor
too.
makes the character.
And he became a more developed. He was more developed as a son than any of the other two.
I feel
on
like
the show.
Yeah, Brad
Carlton
had-
was a more developed character than
Oh,
Brad.
But
I
once
agree.
JTT left, he wasn't on the full show. Brad became the focal point of the kids because
You know
he
what happened?
became.
Yeah,
They're
it
like,
went downhill.
this shit sucks. Let's get
Awesome Brad in here. No, let's get Awesome Brad in here and make him a soccer star.
You know how good Brad is? He got no jobs, and his only job was in Tokyo Drift. He was drag racing the kid at the beginning. That's his only other job I can think of.
Did he win?
No, he lost.
Because he's terrible. Did he die?
What? Brad?
Yeah.
No, they went to the hospital.
Did the
Lost
Asian
his
guy
girlfriend.
die or something?
Spoiler
Tokyo
alert.
Drift?
Yeah, I
What?
didn't.
This is in
see
the
that.
first 5 minutes of the movie.
I haven't
This
seen
is
it
why
yet.
this is why he gets sent to Tokyo.
I don't think I'm ever going to
No.
see
Oh
it.
my god!
Tokyo
You
Drift's
guys-
like the fourth one, the first
You
one.
haven't lived
You
until you've
guys-
seen Tokyo Drift.
The Fast and Furious franchise is probably one of the most bullshit franchises on the planet.
You say that, but it's also like the most successful franchise.
Who gives a shit? It's terrible.
Anyway.
Terrible.
Tell that to like the highest grossing group of movies ever.
Bring me Paul Walker.
All right.
What? What's that even mean?
I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway,
Maybe
I
we
think
get Urkel to bring him back
I
from the
feel
dead
like we
because Family
covered
Matters
it
does
good
everything
enough.
I mean,
else.
I've got everyone on my list that I really sort of cared about. I mean, again, Jack Hunter was the only one that maybe that would have been, or
No,
Eric.
Sean Hunter, you mean?
No, Jack.
I feel like
Jack Hunter.
What? Did someone pick Sean?
No, I'm just talking about Jack Hunter would have been a character that, like, you know, maybe
Oh no,
no
Sean
one
Hunter
thought-
was 100 times better than Jack.
I know, I'm just saying.
Jack was a weak
He's a
character.
character on here, and
I mean, not very good character.
yeah, it's probably
Very
basically it.
smart.
I mean, went through some good characters, but some shitty ones. Estelle was a really good choice.
Estelle was a good choice.
I decided
when I said that to Mike, he's like, "Oh, everyone's gonna be very surprised at that."
I decided not to put her on my list just because I knew I wasn't gonna pick her. But when I looked through the list, no, she's a fantastic character.
She was a great character.
But yeah. So all right. So everyone want to go over their? We'll go over each person's
list.
List.
We can talk about family dynamics.
Just yeah, we'll quickly see about like what does it sound like your family?
Mean?
Well, yeah, what does it sound like the family would be like? You know what family dynamic is?
Here, we'll do. Okay, so mine was Carl Winslow as the father, Jill Taylor as the mother.
It's very interesting.
We got a mixed race, and all the babies are white except the grandma. So Carl's DNA is not anywhere. We got Corey Matthews as their son, Stephanie Tanner as their daughter, Estelle Winslow as the other family member.
Okay.
Wilson as the next door neighbor. They live in the Fresh Prince mansion.
Cop salary.
And they have the Full House theme song.
Interesting.
Whatever happened to predictability is correct.
That's right.
Because we got this family.
You have an interracial couple with some white ass children
living in a mansion in Bel-Air.
He's got,
and they're looking over the fence at Wilson.
He's got to be like the police chief now. He has to be.
Has to be.
To have that house, got to be the police chief.
He's got to have a pretty good... Jill, well, she ended up going to college.
She did end up getting her doctorate, right?
Yeah, that's right. She did get a doctorate.
So she went back to school, so she's probably making some bucks.
She can pull in some cash.
Yeah. And then, Estelle probably lives in the pool house.
Obviously, yeah. She's throwing old lady parties out there.
Inviting the Golden Girls over.
Yeah.
The Arthur's getting weird in there.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really getting weird.
I feel like it works out.
Not bad. Not bad. All right, Alison, go for it.
All right, so we got Tim the Toolman Taylor, Aunt Viv,
another mixed
race.
There we go. Give it a real.
Randy,
very progressive.
Taylor,
very progressive,
and DJ Tanner. Their other family members, Jeffrey, providing sage advice as always and cleaning their house. Their friend is Topanga. So I feel like Topanga and DJ could get along. They live in the Boy Meets World house with the Fresh Prince theme song.
They obviously got the theme song down. The one thing, I think Jeffrey would be so annoyed by Tim Taylor. He fucks shit up so much.
I just cleaned this kitchen and you broke the dishwasher. There's water everywhere.
He would be so pissed.
But Jeffrey probably has the skills to at least clean up Tim's mess.
But just think about all the shit that goes down and all which
makes for a fantastic show. So I feel like I've got chemistry right there.
There'd be a lot of hijinks.
It's weird that my main problem with this is I don't see Tim the Toolman Taylor rocking it with the Fresh Prince theme song.
He's a little white nerdy for the Fresh Prince theme song.
The dude sold cocaine to people.
Yeah,
not nerdy at all.
All right.
No,
but not Tim the Toolman Taylor. We gotta
he was just attractive.
Separate the man from the story.
So wait, so you have a white, you have Tim Taylor with
Aunt Viv,
and white children,
2 white kids.
Okay, so they obviously adopted or had that work out.
Maybe they're all
genetics just worked on the side of
interesting.
All right,
I like it though.
I got Danny Tanner. Amy Matthews.
I feel like they're honestly a good.
You might have
combo.
It's a realistic combination.
But then this is where it jumps the rails a little bit. Will Smith's their son.
But he comes from their long lost cousin to stay with them. I mean, it's the same kind of story.
Fair enough. All right, and then we got Michelle Tanner as the cute little baby.
Oh, Will Smith and Michelle Tanner.
I like this. Uncle Joe and Will Smith will get into some crazy hijinks.
I think Will Smith and Michelle would be really good because how good Will Smith was with young Ashley.
True.
Yes.
True.
He would have led her in the right direction.
I think so.
Oh, yeah. Family friend, Jazz getting chucked out of the house by...
So you have Will Smith and Jazz.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so you keep it around.
You can't break that.
It's good. It's a good combo. Keep it together.
We're in the Full House, so Danny Tanner's original home. Actually, tossing Jazz out of the house would be... kind of easy.
He'd be rolling down the hill.
Yeah, that'd be a good way to get rid of him.
That's a good die.
I wonder how Danny Taylor would deal with Jazzy Jeff.
Probably offer some.
I mean, it's similar how he deals with Kimmy Gibbler.
I guess that's true.
They're very similar type annoying.
I guess that's true. I like Jeff better.
Friends.
It seems like all the writers of these shows were working together. And the theme song is Danny Tanner grunting the Home Improvement theme, which would be fantastic. Or we could have Will Smith beatboxing over it. Yeah, either way, I'm in.
Either one.
Either one of them.
We'll listen to all these songs, by the way, right after this. Alright. The last family. We have Uncle Phil, married to Harriet Winslow.
R.I.P.
Perfect combination.
Do they have all white children?
Lindsay and I went progressive and created
Yeah,
interracial
seriously.
couples.
They somehow have Brad.
They adopted a white boy.
Adolf Hitler's perfect child. With Ashley Banks. So Phil,
Alright.
Uncle Phil gets his daughter. Their family, another extended family member is Rebecca Casopoulos.
Interesting.
So, their family friend, Stefan Urkel, who the coolest motherfucker besides Will Smith.
Is this show just basically making fun of Brad and Rebecca because they're white?
Yeah.
And everyone.
Yeah, there's no way they're lasting this show at
This is
all.
fantastic. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It's gonna be great.
I mean, they just get constantly getting bullied.
Not at all.
I'm just saying.
No. Brad was the coolest of the three kids,
Brad had frosted tips.
and he was the cool. It was the '90s.
It was the
Everyone had
was the
frosted
90s.
tips.
Everyone who was anyone had frosted
Brad and
tips.
Stefan would get along really well. To the Family Matters theme song in the Home Improvement awesome house.
Like falling down, Rusty house. Without Jeffrey, that house is going to hell.
Well, without Tim Taylor, that house is gonna be perfectly fine. There'd be no problems. There'd be no problems.
Yeah, but without Tim Taylor, you don't have the awesome garage. I feel
Yeah.
You have the garage, you just have the hot rods.
right.
But you have Uncle Phil's salary, so what's going to be in that garage?
Hot
An expensive ass Mercedes
Money?
Benz. You know?
They're just
Money.
gonna
That's where they store their money.
That's where they keep the stacks of money.
Yeah.
Just freaking.
and if you're not paying the
Scrooge
money
McDuck
for the Bel-Air mansion, think about how much more money they're going to have just living in that little house in Detroit.
They don't have Wilson though; it's an next door neighbor.
Yeah.
They do not.
Hmm.
They have
That takes it down the property
Yeah.
value a little
they
bit.
have
I
Stefan
think.
Urkel. Boom. Stefan Urkel.
I'm not thrilled with that
I
choice.
love that.
I have
I
to
love
be
that.
honest.
How do you not? He was the coolest guy on Family Matters.
You know what?
But
Probably
Urkel's
because,
a much better character.
you know what? I think I just love Myra so much. I'm just like fuck Stefan. Like
I completely
It's not
agree.
Stefan's fault.
No, I agree.
Steve-
no,
created him.
it's not his fault, but at the
But
same
it
time,
kind of is his fault.
I kind of just resent his existence.
He was brought into this world because Steve wanted to make himself cooler. So he ended up making the serum that made himself cooler.
Yeah,
but
we don't have to go through the whole Family Matters.
no, but I'm saying, but then he
alternate
cloned
timeline.
himself to make an actual Stefan Urkel. I'm just saying.
He had a woman who loved him for who he was. I'm
It's about-
passionate about the subject.
Lindsay doesn't like the message. it
I just
sends.
like the fact
Yes.
that, but in the end, Stefan Urkel took care of business and made sure that Steve married Laura.
And Myra died
And
alone.
and
What, she got
Myra,
crazy cat
who
lady or
loved
something?
him for who he was the entire time. You know what?
Yeah,
she
she-
found it. I bet
she found a better man.
She found a better man.
That's a
Myra
shitty
was
message.
crazy.
This is a shitty
She-
message.
she
If
must
you're
have found a
dorky
man-
and wear glasses and suspenders, you know what? Just try to clone yourself and become cool.
Yeah.
That literally makes no sense.
It's a-
That's
it's a
the
poor
worst thing to
message.
tell kids.
It's honestly a very anti-90s message.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know. I was just going to say that. In the 90s, you're learning good family values. You're learning how to accept yourself
Self-acceptance, yeah.
for who you are.
But Steve ended up in space.
Yeah, he almost died.
That's
You know what?
that's a problem with being
Screw
in
Family
space.
Matters. Screw Family Matters.
No, never. How dare you? How dare you? All right. So anyway,
That's what I'm saying.
that is our 1990s family sitcom draft. Might do another one, maybe with some other shows. But we also have an animation one coming on. We're thinking about doing Simpsons, Family Guy, American Dad, Bob's Burgers, and maybe need another one. I was thinking King of the Hill, but no one
Whatever.
likes King of the Hill. We'll think about it.
just wrap it.
So, yes. So we're going to put the results on the website. Don't forget to follow us on at FFBC_podcast. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this. And
Tweet us suggestions, improvements.
Yeah, tweet us what you think about our
Do
picks.
your own things. Do your own picks.
Don't talk about how annoying my voice is.
And tell Lindsay how annoying our voice
Oh,
is.
ask for pictures of Alison with a Spanish-made
old maid
haircut.
And yeah, no, but give us your suggestion. What do you think? How would you have drafted? What have you picked? And what do you think of our picks? So, and we will see you again on an actual fantasy football podcast in the coming weeks. Peace out. 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 Peace out.